How did your January go? Did you manage to complete the jobs that you wanted to? Did you get any seed planted? Hi, my name is Barry and you're on the No Dig Norfolk Gardener channel, where we talk everything no dig and vegetables. Now, here in Norfolk in the UK where we live, February is one of those months where the sky can throw absolutely everything at us. This is a month when we can generally see snow, hard frosts, hail, rain, wind, and like today, some lovely sunshine. So, what can we do in the garden for February? Outside, not too much. The weather will largely dictate what you can do out there. And in most areas of the UK, and certainly here in Norfolk, it's still far too cold, damp and wet to be sowing seeds outside. But there are still things that you can do during February. Now, as your vegetables reach their final harvest and you've cleared them from the ground, as usual in the No Dig garden, we need to spread a 1-inch layer of compost to prepare it ready for the upcoming growing season. So what can we sow in February? And Poppy's clearly just found something and has decided to have a conversation with the dog next door. So I think all the commotion is finished now, and as you can see, Poppy's back in the greenhouse with us now. In February, it's a good time to sow some brassicas, so things like cabbage, cauliflower and calabrese that you want to mature and harvest June time. If you start those seeds off now in February, you'll be planting them out in 4 to 5 weeks time, and then they will then produce a harvest for you in June. Toward the end of February is a good time to sow your tomato seeds. And again, we use a heat mat to germinate ours, but even if you don't have one of those, you can put them on a nice warm sunny windowsill and they will happily germinate. So even in the depth of winter, weeds still grow. Not as much as they do grow once the spring gets here, but on lovely fine days like today, if you can get out here and just keep on top of any of the little weeds that you do see, you'll be keeping on top of it, and it's less for you to do when the spring does get here. Of course, if you want broad beans this year and you haven't yet sowed them, February is a great month to start those off. If it were me, I'd be starting them off in modules and not planting them outside, but you actually can get away with sowing the seed outside for broad beans. But just be aware, rodents do like those seed. The only other thing I just wanted to touch on is parsnips. Now, in general, if you follow seed packet advice, you're going to be able to raise seedlings and get a crop. However, I always tend to notice that on parsnip packets, they say you can start sowing the seed in February. I, in fact, have done that before, and I got nothing. The seeds just rotted away in the ground. Also, parsnip seed need a certain temperature, a certain soil temperature, to enable them to germinate. And if that's not hit, within a certain amount of time, those seeds are just going to rot. So from my experience, I find April is a good time to actually sow my parsnip seed. And then you get much better germination rates, and yeah, lots and lots of lovely parsnips. And indeed, if you're a follower of this channel, or if you're not and you're thinking about subscribing, take a look at our Christmas harvest video and you will see that we were harvesting our parsnips during that time. And also, being in No Dig, you still get lovely long parsnips. Really doesn't affect it whatsoever. So yeah, by delaying the sowing until April doesn't mean you're going to get very small parsnips. You can still get a really good sized parsnip. And of course, by the time we get to November time, when you want to be eating things like parsnip, you probably already had your first frosts of the year, and that will only serve to sweeten them even further. So there's still plenty to harvest in the winter garden. We've still got purple sprouting broccoli. We still have sprouts, kale, leeks and carrots. and still some lovely winter Savoy, which one of these I actually do want for today. So let me just cut this. It's one of the great things about growing your own. You can just come out into the garden and pick yourself nice and fresh to eat. So February is also a very good time to start your potatoes into life by chitting them, or as some people call it, sprouting them. And it's important when you do this that you know when your last frost date is, because that will determine when you need to kickstart these potatoes into life. It's going to take around about 6 weeks for these to chit away long enough so that you end up with shoots long enough to be able to plant them in the ground. And if you haven't already seen our video on chitting potatoes, or I think the title is "Should We Be Doing This?" We did put that out there over the weekend. So yeah, go and find that video and you can find out why I think you should be chitting potatoes and indeed how you do it. So they're certainly my jobs and jobs that you can be doing for the month of February. One thing I did just want to say is that we've seen quite a rise in our subscribers from where we were back in November, which is really, really good, and thank you for that. And if you are new to the channel, please say hello, drop us a comment in the comment box down below and introduce yourselves. It would be nice to see and find out who's following us, and we can get some conversations going about gardening. If you have enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you've not already subscribed, then please do. But from me and Poppy, we better get on starting with our list for February. Yeah? Take care guys, and we'll see you on the next video.